Thank you for joining us on the Reasonable Faith podcast as we put Dr. William Lane Craig back on the hot seat and answer some questions that we've been getting. I'm Kevin Harris. Bill, thank you for being with us. And we have a question here concerning the Kalam cosmological argument. This writer says, Dr. Craig, I've been a longtime defender of the Kalam cosmological argument, but recently encountered an objection to the KCA for which I do not have a fully satisfying answer. If the Kalam cosmological argument succeeds in proving the universe has a cause, it follows by logical inference that the cause must be immaterial, timeless, spaceless, since matter, time, and space came into being with the universe. Immateriality, non-spatiality, and timelessness are negative descriptors that describe the absence of some positive reality, not the presence of a positive reality, similar to darkness being the absence of light and cold being the absence of heat. They describe what is not what is. Why then should we attribute these descriptors to the cause of the universe as if they were properties had by that cause, and describing the nature of that cause? They only tell us what the cause is not like, not what it is like. Looking at something's negative attributes inappropriate?
Well, not at all in this case, because we've already made a positive existential conclusion, namely that a cause of the universe exists. So we're not just talking about nothingness here. We're talking about an entity that actually exists, a cause of the universe. And then to add the additional information that is provided by these negative descriptions, that this cause is itself uncaused, that it is timeless, it doesn't exist in time, that it is spaceless, and therefore transcends the universe, are very informative descriptions. These are valuable insights into the nature of this causal entity that brought about the universe. So the fact that these properties in and of themselves are negative in that they tell us that it's uncaused, timeless, spaceless, and immaterial is in no way to diminish their importance. This is enormously informative to learn that the cause of the universe, this positive existential reality, doesn't exist in time and space and is immaterial and itself uncaused. That's so very important.
It serves as further description.
Right. It informs us a great deal about what kind of an entity we're talking about to learn these things.
So it'd be okay to say, this is Joe, and he is a carpenter, but he's not a Presbyterian?
Right. That would tell you something more about him. Suppose you said, this is Joe, and he's penniless, and he's uneducated, and so forth. Those would be negative properties, but you'd learn a lot more about Joe.
This questioner goes on to say, more importantly, if this has no positive ontology, it calls into question the ontic status of the purported cause of the universe. After all, what is the ontological difference between some entity X that is immaterial, spaceless, and timeless, and absolutely nothing at all?
Well, very simply, the first one can be the cause of the universe, and the second one can't be the cause of anything, because nothingness has no causal powers.
Can't do anything.
Has no properties at all. So we've already answered the question, what is the difference between this being and nothingness, when you make the inference, therefore there exists a cause of the universe. That is an existential affirmation. And therefore already, if you knew nothing else, this has differentiated it from a state of nothingness.